jump straight into it. I don't know why, but I am kind of nervous to do this video. I felt like I should do this video because unless you were close to me, like very close, immediate family, you might not know in detail why I chose to forgo my baby shower. And so I wanted to bring some clarity for one, those that were looking forward to attending in support of the baby, and then two, just for other mothers that might be in the same situation as me and my partner. I don't know why, but this is like really hard to talk about. So COVID is here, whether you believe it's here, whether you've been directly impacted by it or not, it's here. Whether you choose to be vaccinated, whatever your personal choice is, that is on you. I'm not here to make a video about all of that. But the fact of the matter is COVID exists. People are getting COVID, they are getting sick, and there might be some people that are more susceptible to it than others, but I don't want to exclude myself. I have not contracted COVID, God willing, I never will, but at the end of the day, it's my job to protect me and my baby or my family. I'll get into detail regarding numbers in a future video, but I haven't really brought this onto the channel yet. I've publicly talked about it, but not in a lot of detail. But to make the longest story short, I decided no baby shower because of my birth plan. With my birth plan, I plan to have my baby in the comfort of my home. I plan to do an at-home birth, and so for that reason, I do have a doula, I do have a midwife, and my partner, possibly two others on my birth team. Not family or anything. I wanted it to be very intimate, but at the end of the day, because of the choices that I made or me and my partner made as far as bringing this child in and not going to the hospital, we had to pay a pretty penny. So around $7,000 out of pocket for the birth itself. It does include a little more than that, but I said that to say this. When it comes to having the baby at home, my doula, my midwife, yes, they are my doula and my midwife, but there are also other people's doulas and midwives as well. So for that reason, I cannot put them at risk to COVID, and I cannot put myself at risk to COVID. So even if I was to get COVID, you know, they say quarantine, test again in 14 days, see if you don't have it. At the end of the day, if I contract COVID, not only possibly will my baby contract COVID, just kind of depending on when it happens, but also my $7,000 or our $7,000 that we put toward this birth is forfeited, because at the end of the day, it's us that breached the contract, not them. So we have already paid, and I don't mean no harm, but to be completely honest, people have to think about it in the sense of, if you were to give us COVID, if we were to get COVID due to being exposed by y'all, would y'all be willing to put the $7,000 back in our pocket? And to be honest, it's not even only about money, it's also about the experience. That's the experience that I chose that I want for my birth, and I would be stripped of that. And that's very important to me, especially since I'm thinking about not having no more children. And I'm feeling real strong on that. So for that reason, having a baby shower is just too much of a risk. We also are going into the Delta variant that has been extremely contagious, and it's doing its thing. So at the end of the day, he has a big family and a very close-knit family. I would not say that my family is very close-knit, but I do still have a good amount of people that would love to support me and come, even also including our friends and family. And so with that being said, we did not want to be picking and choosing and being like, okay, well, we have a limit of this amount of people, so this aunt can come, this aunt can't come. And so for that reason, it was just like, let's just say no. Furthermore, to be completely honest, even 20 people is too many. 20 people is too, it's too many. And it's too many because at the end of the day, it only takes one person to have COVID, not know they have COVID, and now I could potentially have COVID, he could potentially have COVID. $7,000 forfeited, birth experience forfeited, now I have to go to the hospital. And that's just not something that we want for our child or our experience. So for that reason, we chose to say no to the baby shower. Now, another thing that I'm going to touch on very briefly before closing this out is a lot of people were bringing up the whole gift thing. I completely understand that, and that is something that was considered when it came to making the decision. But to be honest, when it comes to my health and also my money, I'm willing to take that risk. You know, at the end of the day, personally, I feel like if it's on your heart to give, you should give regardless. And if you don't want to give, you don't have to give. It's your money, you know. So if you feel as though because we're not having a shower, then you don't want to give, you're not going to give. And that is okay. That's part of the risk that we take. But I hope that everybody will be understanding now that they know why we're in the situation that we're in and why we're not having a shower. We did talk about other options to accommodate, like sip and see, you know, after the baby is born. But with everything going downhill with COVID, it's all really risky. And then also the time frame of when I'm due, it's all about the holidays, and it's just a lot. So for that reason, we just said, just do away with it. And yeah, I just felt like I wanted to come and clear the air to discuss that. And I also encourage, if anybody is having this same thing going on where they feel like they're in a dilemma, do what's best for you and your child. You have to do what's best for you and your child starting when the child is born, but also now. And if people don't respect that decision, it's okay. They'll get over it. It's not their child. You know, I'm pretty sure they don't mean any harm, no ill intent. But at the end of the day, you know what's best for you and your family, and so you should make that decision.